All right. Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world, or good morning, I guess, as well. Welcome to Scenario Saturday. We are only going to be doing one scenario here on the Oakville Subdivision. We're going to do the scenario called In with the New. I'm going to find the GP 38-2 here. Go back out here to the journey so we just get credit for it in the journey as well. In with the new. There we go. So we're going to take some tankers over to be tested before they're put into service, basically. It's going to take about an hour. I would have been on earlier. I got wrapped up hunting the last few bits on the Southeastern High Speed collectibles. Just got that completed finally. It's very well hidden, some of the stuff. But anyway, so that's that. And then tomorrow we're gonna do a double route. I can't remember which ones I'm gonna do tomorrow, but we'll do a double route. We're gonna do one double route video on Sunday, and that'll be it. Because I have to apparently read I have to read a chapter, kind of understand it before we have our first macroeconomics class on Monday afternoon / evening time. So yeah, we'll get on here, do our thing, get this done, and enjoy the rest of our Saturday. Seat, pull our switches. Oops. Forward, freight, east. Lights on. Ooh, I need to change it to miles. Past there. Well, let me change my just set up just a smidge. There we go. I think I need that on right now. What are you gonna do? It's kind of dark in here. I think we'll be okay. All right, so we're going to 2 miles to Brigham Yard Crossing. Over here, we'll back in, I think, get some cars, and then, yeah, we're gonna have to back in there. We're gonna go get the cars up from there somewhere, and then we'll go test them. And we'll be done. So thank you to my one viewer for showing up. Appreciate it. Most people, one viewer is not worth the while, but I do appreciate folks showing up, whoever it is. If you're new or if you're returning, I do appreciate it. Trying to do this for a bit of fun. Don't expect notoriety or anything I'm reasonable with it. Share the game and there's another train there ahead that's waiting for us to move off the line here, and then they'll be released. So there they go. So we're on the classic setup for the way that everything works. Takes a bit of it's kind of a strange way, but that's okay. Let's see. What else? Yeah, it is kind of dark in there. Probably because it's raining out and everything. I'll do what I will. We're going down this 1% grade. Doesn't take long for 2 locomotives to get up to speed again real quick. So hopefully everybody's having a nice Saturday afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. So yeah, going forward, I think, because it sounds like just based on what the instructor is requiring for us for macroeconomics, on weekends even, I may just be doing one stream on the side. I may just do one stream throughout the week period, Saturday, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, whichever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do stream in the morning, stream in the evening. I could probably do a lot of stuff in the morning and just, break it up and then premiere them on YouTube. I don't know that might be way too much because some of my videos have not had any views at all since I've uploaded them. Which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to throw in the towel or whatever. Stopping right there. I don't see any. I have to request access to the yard or something. So, yeah, I might just have to cut it down to a stream in the morning, and that's it. Which means I'm going to have to rotate the routes more often because otherwise so we'll see. But yeah, I think this is going to be, I kind of had a feeling that macroeconomics was going to be my challenging class this semester. Got an email from the literature professor for our afterlives class. Don't have to buy any books. Everything will be provided. The reading material will be provided to us online. Or anyway, so that saves some money there. So the only one that I think I'm going to need access to really is the macroeconomics and maybe my early modern England history class has a book that I have to have access to. Yeah, I put the warning devices on, but it never shows up. It's like it never works. So I don't know what the deal is on that. Maybe because we're not on a main line, there's no systems built in or whatever to monitor the train or something. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think this. I know I'm going to have a lot of writing to do too for my history class, probably for my English, my science fiction class, and also my literature class. We'll find out all that here in the next couple days or two, and or this. I probably need to, after I do this, I probably need to get online and start looking for more of the syllabuses. Syllabi for all the, make sure I have all the information for class and all that. So yeah, so I kind of know what I'm getting ready to get myself into. Most of the instructors have already sent out emails, which is good. Kind of get a feel for their what their expectations are a little bit for the semester. I'm kind of guessing we're going to have to go over here and pick up a couple of these cars or something over here. Or maybe all the way down here. I don't know. We'll find out here. I've done this before on Train Sim World 2020, and I thought it was rude. I was a bit apprehensive, I won't lie, when I first bought it, because when I looked at what the what all you could do, I thought, I think I've said this before, quite honestly, I thought this area was going to be huge, like this huge map, like something you end up getting for attached grade, for instance. Something like that. So I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be just a lot of train driving. Oops. This was the way to go here. Alright, so. Yeah, it wasn't over here. My bad. I thought it was stopped. Alright, so we're going to follow that. Got a line all the way down. So that's good so far. Like these tankers right there. Somewhere over there, we're gonna go get those. Apparently, these have just been getting ready to be put into service. Yeah, there's a big different. That's over here. I don't remember which one we go get, but we'll get there. We'll find out when we get up there to that Kenilworth Avenue's stopping spot there. Yeah, I'm glad they not waiting until the day of class to introduce themselves or anything like that. They're already kind of getting letting people know a bit about what's going to really happen. So, here's they're kind of still rendering in. It's a bit yucky. So I'm on PS or not PS, I'm on a Xbox One. So yeah, so there's those car carriers. It's huge, tall. You can't see the cars anymore. It's if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, yeah, those are like the tallest ones we think we get. If I remember correctly. Again, I really need to be more. Well, it's gonna be difficult. That's few months, but I do want to try to give my viewers the most correct information about what we have on routes. I know I can talk fairly confidently about the corridor, although Caltrain may have made changes to timetables and services. A lot of stuff there might be delays as they're working on electrifying the entire line. I don't know, since I've not ridden on a Caltrain there in the Peninsula Corridor years now. It seems like forever. But I do want to make an effort to give the most correct information. I think that's just the right thing to do. I'm the same way when I started going to car races. Taking pictures, for instance, I wanted to label my pictures the year, make, model of the car. And what I found, kind of going off on a tangent here, is that a lot of times, especially at historic races or at concours d'elegances, the information that the owner would provide, or there was always a bit of conflict of information. I would get people commenting, well, this is not that car, this is something, it's a different year or whatever. Well, I'm going based on what information the organizers put out, because they do sell programs and you can look up online later on. The difficult part is if you have somebody, like at the historic races in Monterey, for instance, you would have somebody who would race on the practice days. They would run their cars, and the day of the race, they're not there. So either something happened, they've had an accident, or the car broke or something, they don't have the part to fix it and get it back in working condition before their class race takes place on Saturday or Sunday, or they just don't show up at all, and the information for the car is already in the program. So it creates a bit of a headache to try to sort through all that information. It's fun, especially when you have multiple, same make, model, year. You're trying to figure out who's running what, sort of thing. So yeah. So I've always tried to have that accuracy. I think the last time I was at the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance, I spent, it was about, when I got home back up to Savannah from Florida, I didn't download the pictures right away. I let them sit on the memory card for about a good couple of days, just because I was really tired. I mean, I took a picture almost every car or every vehicle in the field. And so then I was like, okay, I started breaking everything down, and when I was going through the list and I was checking stuff off as I'm making putting together, the names of the cars and everything, and I would validate it, take a picture of the little black in front of the car. But what I found was sometimes I would take a picture of the car, but there was never any plaque to take a picture of. So it was like, It was very difficult. Okay, so we're gonna go right. Let's change this one. So I was going a bit bonkers trying to figure out what it was I was looking at, and luckily there was one car that I was just I could not figure it out to save my life. I was looking over every bit of information they had provided. Nothing was lining up as far as what was in the program, any of that. Let me just make sure. Nothing was really, going very well in that regard. So I emailed one of the people that works for the organizers of the concourse, and I said, hey, I'm trying to get information on this car. I don't know what it is, what make, model, year, sort of thing. Luckily for me, the person who worked there answered me back very cordially. Said, oh, it's this, and it's owned by, they gave me darn near a good rundown of what I was looking for. And so I was like, okay. But yeah, when sometimes I was able to find stuff where, like I could guess years by the style of the body, for instance. I did this. Yep, I had a feeling this was I thought I checked everything. Yes, I did not. I thought I checked. See, that's the difficult part about some of these switches sometimes. Why won't it move? Come on. Don't tell me the brakes are frozen. Oh, because I went into the emergency. Come on. Let's do this. Let's see if we can set this. Start this. This will reset the system. Otherwise, we are dead in the water here. I don't think there's a way to reset the. Yep, I may have just screwed myself out of this one. Oh, come on. I think I've done this before by accident. This. Yeah, it's almost like it locks up. Okay, maybe that did it right there. Okay, oops. Let's get the switches on here. That might have reset it right there. I don't think there was a there we go. Let's see if it'll go now. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. It's just like it won't reset. I thought it would, but oh man. See, it starts to go down, but it's not. Yeah, see, it's trying to drain, but it's not fully releasing the air pressure. I don't think there's a way. You know what? Maybe let's change this. Oh, see, yeah, see, it starts to go down. See if I have it in the bail off. Oops. Yeah, I cannot get the. It's like there's a. It just cuts out or something. Let's try this thing. Where's the engine start and stop? There's got to be a switch for it here somewhere. Oops. Let's just reset the whole system that way. We're going to get this done one way or the other. I don't want to restart it. There it is. There we go. Got it. Oop. Crap. I'm going too fast. Going way too fast here. Let's try this again. I thought I changed that one to go there. Alright, so that's good. That's good. That's good. And that should be good. Alright, let's try this again. I really didn't want to have to restart that. little bit longer. So that was just trial and error figuring that one out. So glad this is because of that. Oh, we're going to shut this cab down anyway because we're going to go to the other end and take these out. You know what, we'll turn off the wipers as well. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys this, folks, I should say, this little crossing thing. Let's get the light on in here. Oops. Let's get these on. Bricks didn't charge up. That's probably why, I'm guessing. is going on? Let's try this again. Boy, I am having terrible luck today. Alright, let's try this again. We're going to reset the system again here. Looks like I got no engine power or something. Alright, let's try resetting it with this on then. I apologize. This is I don't know. Oh, you know what? We should have been. Let's try putting that on neutral. This is embarrassing. Looks like I'm getting no engine power at all. I wonder if we change this to the... This is just nuts. Like I can't do. I'm getting no power. I wonder if it's because I put the reverser in too early. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep. This is just not working today, and I don't want to get frustrated on my stream. I'm not going to even post this. This is just too. This is too much. You know what? We're going to stick with it. Screw it. We're going to redo this. We're going to restart the whole scenario. We're not going to put. God forbid, we're going to put the brake into the emergency thing because that just upsets the freaking system for some reason. I'm sorry. I know I'm a bit frustrated because this is stuff like that just doesn't make sense. You make a simple mistake and your whole thing is screwed. And I think that's a bit messed up on their part. I'm going to leave it at that because if I say any more, I'm going to get vulgar and I don't want to do that. But anyway. We're going to restart the scenario. We're going to get it done and be done with it for today. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing, to be honest. To just need to back up But anyway, it is what it is. It's a learning experience. Like I said, I'm sorry that it's even happened. It's just, it's a bit pathetic, to be honest. But that's my own fault. I got off task. I was thinking about other things too much. Wasn't paying attention. So that's on me. So we're gonna get in here and get this done. Come on, let's go. Let's get out of the cab. I'd like to be able to show everybody how to do this stuff, but this is it's kind of hard to know how to resolve issues like this when I don't, most of the time when for training situations they do go over like emergency brake operations. I don't think they've ever done that necessarily in this locomotive, or here. It's all kind of a guessing game. But it's alright. It is what it is. That. I apologize. Like I said, this is just, it's rather sad, to be honest. But well, it's something that maybe they need to go in and fix. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about it any further. Anyway, all right, let's go. So again, we're gonna go. Where to go via? I thought we were stopping, so that was my bad on that one as well. Just gonna let that close for a bit. We're gonna go up here and kind of prepare. Middle one. So we're gonna try to get that prepared right now. We have a moment. That one there, so we'll know for sure when we get up there. This other train is probably sitting. Why it is, but these seem to be moving. Even if I speed it up to 100, it's like that's a little bit faster. They'll get me in there. I'm gonna break my rule. I'm just gonna write them. It's kind of loud. So this time around, I have to make sure I don't I gotta follow the instructions. I think I got a little too ahead of myself on this by putting doing everything before I was instructed. Sometimes that's the tricky part about this game, I won't lie. It's a bit frustrating as well in that you know what to do, but if you do it before, in scenarios, it's like you have to follow the instructions. If you don't do it the way when they tell you to, or how they tell you to do it, it totally messes up the scenario. I found that out the hard way on the scenario I was doing on Tees Valley Line. You have to actually get out and move the switches. You can't do it from the map like I have been doing. You have to get out and run up to the switch. And there was like 3 or 4 of them that you have to change. If you don't do that, after you connect to the cars over by the siding where where you can do the cold stuff or whatever, it will mess up you'll get a red light farther down the road when you're close to being done with the scenario. There'll be a red light and it will not change. And so I had to go back and I redid it. I actually, then I realized I didn't get out of the cab when I should have. So that's one thing that the game is very finicky on. They don't tell you, it's kind of a trial and error. If it shows, like, if the signal had like a little switch thing next to it, and it shows like a straight track and a track going forward and one going off to the left or the right or whatever. If you don't, that means you got to manually get out. You have to get out of the cab and go switch it manually. If you don't, then your scenario is going to be ruined. There'll be a point where you will not be able to go on further in the scenario, and you'll be stuck like at a red light. You'll just go like, why am I stuck here? They don't. It's yeah. Now sometimes people will post they'll figure that out. They'll post something in the forums there to let people know, but a lot of it's just trial and error, and when you don't know the answer or can't figure it out, then it takes away a bit of the fun of the game sometimes. I won't lie, but anyway, I have to make sure when I switch cabs that I do everything that it tells me to, because if I do it ahead of time, I think that might have messed it up as well. On top of that, and reset the system because I had gone in with a emergency brake setting on the locomotive. So it's very easy when you're trying to slow down to go too far in the brake settings. Go past your full whatever it's called. So yeah, I think that's part of it too. Yeah, this game, I won't lie, that's the most annoying thing about this game sometimes, is that there's things that happen that just don't make sense, and you use what you know about the game and what you've learned already to try to solve the problem. It seems to me that the only true solution is to just restart the scenario and try again. And hopefully you don't do what you did that may have caused the issue in the scenario. So not the best Saturday. I'm telling you. It happens. It's an experience. Be very careful with braking. And I really thought we were going to stop here, but then I didn't really pay attention and said go view. I was just dabbling on other things. Alright, let's go take a look here at our settings, make sure we are going that way. Stop there, so we'll double check all those when we stop up at Kenilworth Avenue. One thing I will try, unless there's an issue that is just beyond my control, like something happens with the Dovetail servers themselves, or Twitch or whatever, I will try not to quit a scenario or a service unless it's just there's a massive problem that I cannot fix on my own, that there's things going on that we cannot work on from our end. Like if my internet, something happens with my router, I can always try to reset that, but I'll try not to quit. I don't want to do that because that's not the best way to handle it. It is just a game, but it's I try not. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever get frustrated to the point where I rage quit or anything like that. That's not good behavior or good thing to do in the game. just doesn't set a good example, really, either. I don't think. Not that I don't know if any kids watch my stream or anything. You know, quitting doesn't. It's better to try to work through it, and or just restart or something. Or if that's going to be because you're on a time constraint, if restarting isn't going to be possible. You just go on to the these days. It's just one of those days that it's just not going to work in our favor. So yeah, but I don't want to do that. I really don't. That's not. It doesn't solve it. Like I was telling somebody earlier today who was having problems with their PlayStation 4 and turned off on them numerous times, which I'm not an expert in gaming systems, but I'm guessing it's just overheated, tired, I guess, for lack of a better term. And, I'm angry, I'm going to throw it out the window. Of course that's not going to solve anything, because now you've destroyed your PlayStation. Now you've got nothing. So it's, and I had to learn that lesson the other day. I was getting so frustrated with finding these freaking collectibles on Southeastern High Speed, because some of them are just they're off the beaten path, for lack of a better term. They're not easily. It's not like when you pull into the station, like, I know there's a map there that I need to put up, because I see the blank spot where a map would go. There's 3 fences that are kind of like literally off the beaten path. Somebody finally, thank God, put them together a guide. But if that hadn't been done, I would have never known to go, because it's not something where you drive through these areas, so you would never know to go over there. So it's so I was getting frustrated with that, but I was also trying to tell this person, look, stupid PlayStation, great. It's not like the games are going anywhere. Like, if you don't play, then suddenly PlayStation Store is going to delete your games or whatever. I would think that if they had done that, a lot of people would not use their service. So I get, and I try to recognize, as much as I love this game because it's a single player, and I think I've made myself clear that I really don't want a multiplayer situation in this game. I really don't, because I think it's just going to cause all kinds of problems for the player base. Because I think then all of a sudden you're going to see a lot of accusations about cheating, stuff like that. Because usually whenever there's multiplayer, there's leaderboards, and when there's leaderboards, there's always the accusations that somebody is not being genuine in their gameplay and stuff like that. I don't want that. But I guess what I was trying to say was that I enjoy this game. I know I'm under no illusion that the game is 100% perfect. I don't think it ever will be 100% perfect. There's always going to be those little issues that they're going to have to be fixing. I think they're trying to fix all the major things that they know they can take care of. Alright, let's check this out. So we have that. So I think I was right in my routed the switches already. Let me just double check it before we go. Don't want to be going in and derail, because that's happened before too. They don't set your switches. Could have that happen, because I think I would lose my mind. But anyway, so I know that the game isn't perfect. I'm under no illusions. They're doing, especially the work They're working from home during the pandemic. They're doing the very best that they can under the circumstances. You know, I can't fault them for that. So yeah, I think they're doing the very best that they can given the situation. So it's not going to be perfect. You know, I don't think it'll ever be perfect even after we get through. You know, hopefully we get through this pandemic and people can actually go back to work in the offices, stuff like that. Switch on. That's very strange. I don't remember doing that. See, that's the bad part about the old thing. You get so used to not having that as a thing where you move out of the reverser and everything with your joystick. Here. I'm going to go all the way to handle off. This is going to go neutral. This. Change that. Take that out. All right. So anyway, all right, let's go down here and do this. I'm gonna leave everything. Oh, you know what? We'll turn off the. Yeah, it's back here. All right, let's go down here. We're gonna just pop down the stairwell here. Run up the other side there. But yeah, that's how you can't cross that guarded area with the chains. It took me a while to figure out because I'm like, why would the chains go down but we can't go across? You can. It just takes a bit of practice finding the. All right, we're gonna wait for the instructions here. On that in forward freight release. Get these lights on here, the number lights. Throttle up and get moving. Gauge lights on. Get that to forward. Let's have a look outside now. Alright, so we got our lights on, everything's lit up. We're on the way. We got 2, 4, 5 cars to deal with. back via the location kind of where we came from. Let's get these wipers on a little bit. Put this on so we can see and hear a little bit better. Check to make sure we're not missing any switches. We're going to go via that location again right there. And then we're going to go to the Victoria Avenue facility, which I believe is right there. I think that's Victoria Avenue, or maybe it's this one. Find out here in a moment. It's crazy incline, losing speed. Let's get over there and have some of that fresh, rainy. Look at it, almost looks like a big thing of mud right there, but it's a paved parking lot. It almost looked, the way it was textured, it looked like mud. Boy, somebody's gonna have a heck of a time getting out of there. If they don't have a four-wheel drive or something. What we can do, I forgot, now that we drive. There we go. Let's just ride up the green over. There we go. Oh, we got that. My favorite way to ride. I'd probably get in trouble if I was a trained engineer. I'd always be riding with my head halfway out the window or something. Probably not very safe. Probably would lose my helmet or something, my hard hat. If I get going, I stick my head out, it might just go right off my head. Anyway. Alright, so we're finally underway here. Yeah, I think if I remember, and I'm doing this a bit from memory, because I did do this before, but I think we're going to go here. What we're going to do, I think, is we're going to stop we're going to stop here. We're going to take the locomotive. We're going to go past here, come down here, and then we're going to push the cars into this area here, if I remember correctly. We'll find out. We're not going to look ahead. We'll figure it out here when we get up there. But I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I think that is the Victoria Avenue facility that they're talking about. But we'll see here. I'm guessing everybody is probably excited about the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know who watches. I'm not particularly don't particularly care. I haven't really cared about football in many years. Last time I watched the Super Bowl, the Niners were in it. One of my instructors, my radio production slash media research instructor, invited me over to his house, and I think we were more. I know I was more interested in the commercials for the Super Bowl than I was about the actual game. You know, part of it because we were talking about that in class. So yeah, that was a yeah, we watched that, you know, talking about the so yeah, I think that was more interesting than anything else. it was. Yeah, it was last year. 'Cause I had already graduated. We were working on campus. Because he couldn't have me over as a student, technically. So yeah, I think I was already graduated. So that was early 2020. It was before, yeah, I think it was before the pandemic hit. Yeah. Pretty sure that's when it was. Was that? Yeah, it was the spring of 2020. Well, winter, spring-ish time frame. But yeah, that's the last time I've really watched the game. I mean, I just watched it just to wait for the commercials, you know. So yeah, they did have some really neat commercials. I think the first commercial I remember for that Super Bowl was a Porsche commercial, which did have quite a bit of. They had some very historic. They didn't have road car models. They did have racing car models as well integrated into a commercial, which I was just flat. I was just like, All right, so yeah, we are going right there. So I think we're stopping. Like I said, we're going to stop here. We're going to unhook the vehicle or the locomotives from the cars, and we're going to do a run around, come back up, push them into the facility. Otherwise, all 5 of those cars would not fit. So I think that's what. Let's see. Yep. So we're going to uncouple, and then we're gonna push them in, do the tests, and then we'll find out once we get them pushed into the section there what's what, what we're gonna do there. Cool. But yeah, we should only have 5, so everything should fit there. I'm pretty sure that's all we're going to have to do on this. I thank you, seriously, my one viewer. I don't know who you are. I'm guessing you're the same person that's been every time that I've done this. And I really, truly thank you for sticking around. And being every time I go live, I'm assuming it's the same person. If you're not, welcome, like I said before. But, thank you for sticking through. And not bailing on me either. So I know when it comes to streaming, you have other choices. Kind of like they always say when you fly in an airline. We know you have other choices when it comes to flying. Thank you for trusting us with your passenger service, and thank you for trusting me with your streaming service, your entertainment. And that's like I said, I don't expect to make anything out of this. It's just purely for fun. I've really enjoyed the game, and I've watched other people who have grown their channels, on YouTube, for instance. And I know that's where both streamers are doing things right now, is straight on YouTube. But I'd rather do my one stream here, even if I have one viewer, that's fine. Even if from the time that I have no viewers, I'll still going to save this, download it, put it on my YouTube channel for other people to enjoy. If somebody doesn't like to watch the video, that's fine. It's not the end of the world, to be honest. I'm just doing this for fun. Because this is a really interesting game. Like I never thought, because I'd seen when Train Sim World 2020 came out on the Xbox. I don't know why, I just happened to see that, and I was like, that looks kind of interesting, but I kind of held off on it. I was still wrapped up in looter shooters and stuff like that. You know, but I think after a while when we were in lockdown and stuff, I was getting so frustrated with looter shooters and stuff like that. Oh, look at, good lord. I gotta back this up a bit. Oh, don't tell me I went into. Oh, don't tell me I did it again. That signal that switch there. So thankfully there's not like a red light right there behind us. So we'll just get it again. Bound and determined to throw this thing into conniptions with this emergency brake thing. Yeah, and I know here on Twitch, because I'm not a affiliate or anything like that. A lot of the videos they're only going to be up for 2 weeks at a time, and that's it. It's deleted. It's gone forever, which is fine. That's why I'm downloading them and putting them on the YouTube channel. Hopefully, my one viewers following me over there as well. This game is really interesting. I'm glad I bought it. I was having a lot of fun. Although I was just a maniac on Train Simulator. I didn't really understand all the safety system stuff. All the little, really intricate things that you can do in this game as far as those things go. I'm glad I learned some of that and just watch videos. It's not that difficult. Why was I so afraid of these things? Yep. So we're gonna, what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get out and actually go unhook them. Even though we don't have to, I can do it from the camera. But we're gonna actually get out and run down here, unhook them. It's really too far. Close the door behind us. Alright, so here we go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way down. We'll make sure these switches are set now before I forget. Otherwise it'll be a short trip. Flying on the track here. Look at that. 0 to 12 miles in 2.2 seconds. Faster than a Formula One car. Not good. I really, whoever's watching, if you feel comfortable enough, whatever, just say hi in the chat for me, if you would. Really, and if you don't want to, it's okay. Just say hi if you want. Uh, just so that I know who you are. If you're up for that, that's fine. If not, that's so. Like I said, that's okay too. Stop. Going through the semi-reverse. I remember running around this whole map just about looking for all the collectibles. Oh my god, this one was a hoot. Oh man. Because there's just areas that are just, like this, it's just kind of off the beaten path. I did not switch it, didn't I? Oh yeah, I did. No, I did not. Doggone it. I'm really... And I did it again. Please don't think that this... Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's go forward again. Just a smidge. I'm a wreck today. I really am. I don't know why. I've got too much on my mind, it seems. I probably should have held like just canceled today. I really should have. Let's just go back to this morning and start over. Let's just do a whole restart of today. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go here. Alright, now let's go. Well, at least I'm not getting any kind of screw up with the emergency brake this time, not like before. Oof. Okay. We're going to go down here, just make sure. Yep, make sure this is okay, because that one isn't okay either. But yeah, if you want to say hi to the chat, please do. It's completely fine. I'm just thankful to have one viewer, honestly. I couldn't be happier that at least one person's stuck around, so... I know today has not been it's been a real doozy. We're going to stop there with a couple, and then we're just going to push the whole thing in, if I remember correctly. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I thought that there was... Well, we'll find out. Now the tricky part with these, with the tankers, when you go to fill them or whatever, is it's a bit weird how they have it where well, we'll show you. I think we'll actually have to go and like operate the tank filler things. Let's change this again. there. Click off. I'm just going to go very slowly until we come up to those filters. Sufficient to get us going. If we drop a little bit of speed going, that's fine. I am always a bit apprehensive whenever I get close to hooking up to other cars, because I feel like even if I'm going this fast, the game will suddenly say I'm derailed and everything. I failed the scenario or the service or whatever. So I've seen people go a little bit quicker, and it's like, oh my goodness, you're gonna cause a huge accident or something. Right there. All right, so we are going to go. Okay, so we are going to push everything into there. Okay, so this is going to be the tricky part. So we're going to get a little bit of throttle here. We're going to push in to the facility there. It's getting everything lined up. That's going to be the tricky part, because where they want you to stop does not line up the equipment. So I think, so yeah, all right, so we're going to get out of the vehicle and actually do a lot of this stuff from the platform. So yeah, we're going to, but yeah, the first time I tried doing this, or just loading up the stuff in general, I did not have everything lined up, so I had to like run back down to the locomotive and put had to move the cars until they lined up. So yeah, it's a bit. So I think what I think I've done before is I just come down here by this last one, and I just wait until that last one's lined up, and then everything else should be lined up. Or I may have to actually hit the actual stop spot and then pull the locomotive forward a bit until everything's lined up. Take some of the speed off here. Actually, I'm surprised, quite honestly, given that we are near even a testing facility of some kind for pressure in these tankers, that I'm surprised that they're saying we could go 15 miles an hour. I would think like 5 or less, like a couple miles an hour would be the more safer, or the safest speed to go through this, coming into this facility. Yeah, that's a bit surprising to me, but maybe it is authorized to go 15 miles an hour, but I would think most drivers would probably be like, nah, no, I'm gonna go a couple miles an hour. I'm gonna just kind of cruise on into the facility. I don't want to go blazing through. All right, so we're going to start. A little bit of throttle. All right, so here's that. Right there, perfect. Nailed it. All right, so now we're gonna have to wait a second. Okay, so let's go up here into the engineer's seat. Wait for instructions. It should tell us to go up to the, okay, go to neutral. We have to load the entry. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go out this door here. There's that, so our cab stays warm and dry, I guess. Alright, so watch this. This is the cool part here. So we are going to activate this pump, control panel, and we are going to climb on the tank car, and we're going to open this up, grab this, attach it, do the pump. Alright, now we can get all these going actually. Because once so that one's done. This one's done. Oh, okay. We're just gonna get this one going here. Oh wait, switch off all pumping. Wait, hold on a second. Oops. Did we get the okay? Is everything okay again? Let's turn this off. The switch. Oh, it has to be disconnected. That's one. Over there, close this. Turn this off. Okay, so there was just only those two apparently. I don't know why we took 5 down here for only testing 2. But okay. So yeah, if you're not lined up pretty much like this, you will not be able to do, you'll have to move everything. And then we're done. Right, there we go. That's it. So we took a lot longer because, yep, there we go. The lovely silver. All because of hiccups and shenanigans and whatnot, but that's okay. It's all good. So thank you to my one viewer again for sticking through, and I will see you tomorrow